Football's global gamble. Are we trading tradition for spectacle? Imagine the thrill of watching elite soccer under stadium lights in a foreign land. But what if the players are staging protests against it? That's the heated debate unfolding in Spanish football, where a symbolic act of defiance has ignited discussions about transparency, player rights, and the future of the sport. But here's where it gets controversial. Does expanding leagues overseas truly benefit everyone? Or is it just a glossy marketing ploy that overlooks the real winners and losers? In a surprising turn of events, players from Oviedo and Espanyol took a stand on Friday, refusing to budge for the opening 15 seconds of their league match as part of a coordinated protest against La Liga's plan to relocate a high-profile fixture to Miami. This gesture wasn't just a whim. It was a pointed message aimed at the league's decision-making process. Back in August, the Spanish Football Federation, RFEF, the governing body overseeing Spanish soccer, gave the green light to shift Villarreal's home game against Barcelona to the Hard Rock Stadium on December 20th. The move has stirred significant unrest across Spain, with fans and insiders questioning whether such internationalization respects the sport's roots or just chases dollars. The Spanish Footballers Association, AFE, which represents professional players, stepped in with a formal statement. They revealed that they had collaborated with team captains from every La Liga club to orchestrate this symbolic demonstration. The protest targeted what they described as La Liga's shortcomings in openness, meaningful conversation, and logical consistency. For beginners diving into soccer politics, think of the AFE as the players' union, much like a labor group advocating for workers' rights in other industries, ensuring that athletes aren't sidelined in big decisions. La Liga, however, pushed back hard, issuing a rebuttal earlier this week via an official statement. They denied the allegations and expressed eagerness to sit down with the AFE for productive talks aimed at clarifying the initiative. This back and forth highlights a classic tension. Leagues often see global games as exciting growth opportunities, but players view them as potential threats to their schedules, health, and fair compensation. Interestingly, television viewers missed out on witnessing the protest live, as broadcasters switched feeds to outside shots of the stadium, effectively censoring the moment. It's a reminder of how media can shape narratives, sometimes amplifying or muting voices in the debate. The AFE didn't stop there. Their statement promised that similar symbolic actions would echo at other La Liga matches over the weekend, creating a ripple effect across Spain. Notably, they specifically exempted Barcelona and Villarreal players from participating to prevent any misinterpretation as bias against those clubs. This careful distinction underscores the protest's focus on systemic issues rather than rivalries. Digging deeper, the AFE's message escalated. Despite La Liga's persistent denials and impractical suggestions, the Spanish Footballers Association firmly opposes a venture lacking endorsement from our sport's key participants. We insist on establishing a negotiation platform where all details are openly shared, the unique aspects of the project are scrutinized, players' needs and worries are addressed, and safeguards for their employment rights and adherence to existing rules are ensured. In simpler terms, it's a call for fairness. Imagine if your workplace made a major change without consulting you. That's the frustration here. The BBC reached out to La Liga for their side of the story, but as of now, no additional response has been shared. Meanwhile, this Miami plan mirrors a recent Italian precedent. The Italian Football Federation, FIGC, sanctioned a Serie A clash between AC Milan and Como to be held in Perth, Australia, in February. These overseas experiments are part of a broader trend where leagues test international waters, potentially boosting global appeal, but also sparking debates about jet lag, cultural shifts, and revenue distribution. Reactions are pouring in from all sides. Barcelona's coach, Hansi Flick, voiced his team's discontent during a press briefing on Friday. "My players aren't thrilled and neither am I, but La Liga has decreed we'll play this match." It's a candid admission of unease, illustrating how even top-tier managers feel the strain of such arrangements. Real Madrid weren't shy about their disapproval either, labeling the repercussions profoundly grave when the announcement dropped. UEFA, soccer's European umbrella organization, gave reluctant approval, while RFEF president Rafael Luzin hailed it as beneficial for football. Adding to the mix, Barcelona's president Joan Laporta enthusiastically endorsed the decision, predicting the game would deliver an unforgettable spectacle. And this is the part most people miss. These opposing views expose a deeper divide. On one hand, proponents argue that global games can elevate football's profile, attract new fans, and generate revenue that trickles back to the sport. On the other, critics contend it's a risky bet that prioritizes corporate interests over players' well-being, potentially leading to burnout or overlooked regulations. Is this the dawn of a new era for soccer, or a slippery slope toward exploitation? What do you think? Should leagues like La Liga push for international fixtures, or should they prioritize players first? Share your take in the comments below. Do you agree with the protest, or see it as overblown? Let's discuss.